Okay guys, here's something a little bit different for me. Decided to pick up an RC monster truck and I decided to grab this one. Of course this isn't the box it comes in, this is my case, but this is the Team Redcat MT10E or TRMT10E. It's kind of a mouthful, but this is a pretty awesome monster truck. I got this at redcatdealer.com and I really recommend them. He's been the owner, he's been just great. I mean, really informative. Just, you know, if I had any problems, questions, anything, he's been there to help. So and I did have a couple little things, but nothing major, nothing that I would say is the fault of the truck itself. But it comes with a pretty nice manual, and this is the truck. Now I went and popped the body off. I went and put a carbon fiber vinyl over this section. This was just regular black, and of course I put a little Savox sticker because I've been looking for somewhere to put my Savox stickers. I put one on the servo here too because it's a Savox servo. Might as well, right? I taped the inside with Gorilla Tape. This is just white Gorilla Tape. So I taped it up real nice, and so it's nice and sturdy now. And overall, overall this has been a pretty nice truck. I got to run it one time today really hard, and then I had a little issue with the front right shock here. I thought I broke it because the shaft pulled out of the shock, but it just like this. I actually have it right here. See, the shaft pulled out of the shock, but it turns out now after watching some videos on YouTube, and you know, of course, there's other people that broke that, but that's not really broken. See, I looked here in the manual. I took mine apart and found out the hard way, but afterwards I looked here in the manual and you can see it actually has a little screw right here that you can assemble this whole thing and take it apart with the plunger, and that screw was not thread locked, or it didn't hold up thread locking in the oil and it must have vibrated out, and there went my shock. So basically I can't fault this with the truck. This is an assembly issue, so it is somebody's fault at Redcat's factory, but you know, neither here nor there because I didn't get any major damage out of it. So I just got to put it back together and get some shock oil. Since I'm new to RC trucks, I don't have shock oil, so even though I can fix it right now, I still gotta wait and go back to the hobby shop or somewhere and get some shock oil. Overall, the truck is really nice, and you can just see the shocks are nice and robust, and it's got a nice aluminum shock tower here, and all the arms, everything is nice and stout on it. It is mostly plastic, but it's made well. Another little modification I made is in this wheel here. The wheelie bar was all the way up, and I put it all the way down. To use both these bolts, I wanted to keep it where it was. You can go one more hole and just use one bolt. I didn't really want to do that. I'd rather have the extra support from the two holes. So I did wrap this wheel with some, I believe it's silicone tape or whatever. This is that, like, I don't know, it comes in different brands. I think this is Tommy tape. I think they got like Mighty Mend It and the stuff, you know, you see on TV where you can wrap your hoses and you just pull it and stretch it around. That's what this is. I just stretched it all the way around the wheel, and this stuff, once you stretch it, it sticks to itself pretty good. But just in case, I put a little tack of CA glue at the bead there, and with a razor blade I cut the edges off. Okay, and here's another little thing I did. I added the extra little, whatever you want to call them, spacers in here, and I bolted them together so that they won't move around. And well, it seems to work pretty good like that. I don't, you know, I didn't like seeing them moving around. It's just a thing, I don't know, my OCD, I guess. let's see, I think that's it for the modifications and stuff. Where I was running it at had some, there's thorns all stuck in the tires, because where I was running it at, they have those sand spurs, so the little tiny thorns are all in the tires everywhere. But that's alright. So basically, I mean, once I get this shock fixed, I can run it still, and I really do like it. The tires are really good in the dirt, but on the road they were a little grippy, and I don't know, it's okay. But once you get up to high speeds, it gets real squirrely, because they balloon out. And so I've ordered some Proline wheels for it, and I'm going to use those eventually. I'm going to probably wear these out a little bit before I switch. But overall, just driving it today, it was awesome. I really wish whoever assembled the shocks. There's also that little issue with the differential drive cups inside here and here. I guess some people had them where they weren't thread locked and they came out and lost, you know, it actually binded up in there. I took mine apart. You can actually see the front one right through here if you look right in through there. So it's in there, and so I can keep an eye on it. And I took the other one apart, and everything was thread locked on that, but wouldn't you know it, a shock. And you know, I don't have any shock oil, or I'd probably just take them all apart and refill them with shock oil and check all the screws. Now I had to get all the oil off of them. I just used alcohol and washed everything off, and here's my little bag of parts that go with it. Next video I'll have it riding, ripping somewhere. I don't know, maybe I'll have it out the flying field or at the park near my house or something. And my cousin got one too. He got the Terramoto 10, so we'll probably be ripping them together somewhere. So thanks for watching, guys.